from the Detroit Free Press. I'm Brian Todd with today's voice briefing. It's Monday, May 19th, 2025.
Hey there, everybody. This is Omari Sanko for the second Pistons beat writer for the Detroit Free Press. On this week's episode of our podcast, The Pistons Post, Bryce Simon and I did our final player reviews to wrap up the season. Here's a quick snippet of our conversation.
We're going to start with Jaden Ivey here. Obviously, an injury-cut season for J.I. The broken leg, played 30 games, averaged 17.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, under a steal, under half a block, 3 turnovers on 46% from the field, 41% from 3, 73% from the free throw line. To me, this is the biggest quote-unquote disappointment of the Pistons 24-25 season. It's not J.I.'s fault. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying not getting 65, 70 games, and most importantly, 6 playoff games from J.I. is probably the thing that is most disappointing. But going back a while now, what are your thoughts on J.I. in the 30 games we saw from him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he showed a lot of what you want us to see, especially just from a shooting standpoint where he's at 41% on decent volume. I think he had like 4 or 5 threes before he got hurt in that Magic game, and that was one of his better offensive games. Like, he still has some things he has to work on. Like, his finishing still wasn't quite as good as you would like it to be, but overall, like, he certainly took steps forward. You can hear that full conversation in this week's episode of The Pistons Post, which is available wherever you listen to podcasts. And as always, you can find our latest coverage on freep.com/sports.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Jalen Williams. Troy and Ann Arbor, 2 Southeast Michigan cities, ranked among the top 100 best places to live in the United States in 2025, according to a report from Livability. It's not hard to understand why so many people find themselves moving to Troy, Michigan. After all, the vibrant suburb of Detroit has a lot going for it. The report says of the city, which received 829 points on a 1,000-point scale. Ann Arbor, a Washtenaw County city that's home to the University of Michigan, scored 715 on the livability scale and ranked as the 40th best city in the U.S. The online ranking system, through research, developed city rankings for a range of topics. Troy's top categories included high marks in education, health, and safety, to give it a top 10 nod. The city has over 1,000 acres of parkland, 2 golf courses, a local nature center, and historic village, along with a variety of lakes and streams. Additionally, Ann Arbor has over 160 parks that span over 2,200 acres.
This is Christina Hall with the Detroit Free Press. A Metro Detroit man is being held in federal custody on charges that he planned a mass shooting at a military base in suburban Detroit on behalf of ISIS and launched a drone in support of the plan near the facility. Amar Abdulmahid Mohammed Saeed, 19, is charged with attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization and distributing information related to a destructive device or explosive, according to a criminal complaint in U.S. District Court in Detroit. A preliminary exam is set for May 28th. Federal authorities foiled the plan. During the course of an undercover FBI investigation, Saeed introduced and discussed a plan he devised to conduct a shooting at the U.S. Army Tank, Automotive, and Armaments Command, known as TACOM, in Warren. An affidavit filed with the complaint indicates that in April, undercover FBI personnel purporting to be ISIS supporters indicated to Saeed that they intended to carry out his planned attack at the direction of ISIS. The document indicated Saeed, quote, provided assistance to the attack plan he originally devised, one that he believed would result in the death of many American citizens, end quote. In response, it indicated he provided armor-piercing ammunition and magazines for the attack, a drone intended to conduct operational reconnaissance and surveillance of the facility, as well as training regarding the use of a firearm and construction of Molotov cocktails. He was arrested shortly after he launched a drone in support of the plan on May 13th, the day of the attack. He is a former member of the Michigan Army National Guard.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.